This is the video for module number 52, Floating Breakwaters. Floating breakwater structures are used in many forms to provide protection for harbors, channels, and wharves where the degree of wave exposure is limited. They generally consist of arrangements of anchored floats or pontoons. The arrangements are intended to reflect and dissipate incident wave energy. There are many types of floating breakwaters. Floating concrete caissons or box structures act as breakwaters and provide access to vessel docks. Floating A-frame or pontoon breakwaters are typically constructed with pairs of steel or plastic pontoons. The structural frame members are typically made of steel. The following video shows how pontoon breakwaters protect the harbor from wave action. Log bundle breakwaters can consist of a single log or number of logs bundled together to form the floating breakwater. Floating tire breakwaters are constructed from used vehicle tires with rigid polystyrene for buoyancy and tethered together to form large floating mats. The mats are connected together to form the breakwater. There are also engineered units. These are uncommon at small craft harbor facilities. If you have this kind of breakwater in your harbor, for proper maintenance, please consult the manual that came with the breakwater. Depending on the type of structure, damage to floating breakwaters typically originates from vessel impacts or ice or wave conditions that cause excessive loads on the anchor system, frame members, or flotation elements. Depending on the type of structure, factors related to the deterioration of floating breakwaters may include wear on the hardware and fasteners from wave action, corrosion, loss of buoyancy, and the displacement of anchors due to ice, currents, and waves. The following features should be inspected during operational visual inspections of floating breakwater structures: location and alignment of the breakwater, buoyancy, hardware and fasteners, interconnecting hardware, corrosion of metal surfaces, impact damage, condition of the timber elements, concrete surfaces, and anchor chains and fasteners. Identifying potential problems. To identify misalignment of the floating breakwater, check to see if the breakwater appears to be out of alignment, or if the breakwater appears to have moved from its normal location. To identify listing or loss of freeboard buoyancy, check to see if the pontoon appears to be sitting too low in the water. If the problem is caused by a snagged anchor chain or jamming on the guide piles, notify your small craft harbor's contact. A diver or large equipment may be required to correct the problem. In the case where flotation units have been damaged, notify your small craft harbor's contact. Major repair work may be required if the problems are due to failure or deterioration of the structural elements. To identify damaged or missing hardware, look for damaged or missing attachment hardware on or between the breakwater units, or damaged or missing attachment chains or fasteners. To identify impact damage, look for a dent in the float, broken, bent, or distorted frame members, or missing or cracked concrete. Notify harbor users of the damage. Immediately notify your small craft harbor's contact. Identify, photograph, and map the problem. Because floating breakwaters are not accessible by shore, only minor items may be handled, like replacing ropes or chains. For structures that can be brought on shore or to a service area in the harbor, additional maintenance could include the replacement of anchor chain fasteners, the replacement of centerboard timbers, cleaning and painting of steel elements, cleaning, patching, and sealing concrete surface damage, or the replacement of lost or damaged polystyrene and tethering attachments. This is the end of Module 52, Floating Breakwaters. For more information, please consult the Inspection and Maintenance modules.